Well, thank you very much, David. Really appreciate you giving us some time here.
Thank you for coming.
Magnificent
Thank you for
collection.
coming. Yeah, I'm
Absolutely
pleased to have you here.
magnificent. Ah, beautiful setting, right?
Thank you.
Here we
Yeah,
are.
it's a good backdrop
Oh, yeah.
for a day like today for sure.
Well, I mean, we've also been very lucky with the weather too. And I
Absolutely.
have to say, look at them gleaming in the sun, right?
Yeah, they're actually very nice.
So
I'm
to
very
talk me
happy.
through, how did you start deciding, oh, I'm going to start collecting bikes?
So back in the day, I started with a Ducati, and it was just a 900 monster, and I loved the bike. And then I ventured away, and I ended up with a touring Harley. Like I had a big road glide, and I did some track days with CBR 600. Had a 996, and that was the beginning days of my riding. In a nutshell, I realized like Ducati's where it was for me,
Yeah,
my
yeah.
soul of riding, and I just loved Ducati in general. So I ended up before my kids came, and I thought, okay, am I gonna ride anymore? Like
Hmm.
the kids are coming, maybe it's not a good idea, so on and so forth. So I ended up selling everything, and I just purchased 1199 R Panigale,
Okay, okay.
and I kind of thought that was gonna do it all, like a little bit of road riding, a little bit of track, and I probably thought I wasn't gonna ride much, so I thought that was where I was going, and I ended up selling that monster,
Okay,
that
okay.
S4RS Tricolore, which is highly modified now to be more of my own kind of thing with a black and gold theme. Um, that bike there, I ended up selling to a gentleman, and I just kept the one bike. I instantaneously regretted it. So I ended up talking the gentleman. He's from Montreal,
Yeah,
and I said to him, I go, I think his name was Mike. I go, Mike, if you don't like this bike, I want it back.
okay,
He was a
okay.
bit of a lanky gentleman like yourself,
Uh,
taller, and he basically called me at the end of the season. He took it in like January,
yeah,
and then September, October, he goes, come and pick up the bike,
okay.
and I was like stoked. I go,
Oh,
this is
brilliant.
beautiful. I rolled it. I went to Montreal, picked it up, brought it home, and then I thought that was it. Like I thought the kids are here. I'm not gonna ride, but I'm gonna keep these two bikes, and then it just snowballed.
Snowball
It
from there.
snowballed. It was
Yeah.
so it's in the it's over the last 10 years or so. I've started collecting pieces that were uh, that were unique with regards to like numbered pieces for within the Ducati
So the limited edition.
limited edition numbered pieces, and I kind of like the older stuff. The newest the newest bike I had was a Panigale. It
Okay.
was an 1199R, 2014. Beautiful bike, a lot of tech and all that. But my soul and heart was always into the older ones.
Okay.
Like Tamburini is my favorite.
So the design
The
of them
design of the
and yeah,
Tamburini
yeah.
is my true passion for the bikes. Like that's what really got me. And when I got my first 996 by Postal back in 2002, like a used bike, I think it was mine was a 2000. I go, this is the bike.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
this is like just this is the one that gets me going. So since 10 years now, I've been just collecting pieces that kind of interest me. They're like I scour
Yeah.
like the U.S., Canada, wherever I can get them, and whatever kind of
Yeah,
intrigues me.
I mean, I can't help but notice there's quite a number of ra race bikes with a heritage.
Right.
Is that where your heart lies with these?
I like the super bikes,
Yeah,
like small displacement, big displacement bikes. They're all beautiful, and whenever I get them, I kind of bring them back to bone stock,
okay.
like they came out of the factory. And the only accessories I put on those ones would be like Ducati performance, like catalog items,
So
and
proper OEM.
proper OEM performance oriented components to get them to look nicer, sound nicer. And I every single one of my bikes have to have tambourine. I have to have Termignoni
Oh,
exhaust.
well, of course.
I love
Yeah.
Termi. Like I know now Ducati's using Acra and so on and so forth, but I just like Termignoni is like for me like
Well, it's very much, that's the longest relationship that they've
yes.
had.
And so any bike that like so I find I gravitate towards the older ones because they
Okay.
all have the Termi pipes.
Yeah.
So anyway, so every one of these bikes have Termi full exhaust on them because I just love the sound of them, and the numbered pieces, like if they're rare enough that I'd like to get them. So
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I kind of go and I get them delivered, or sometimes I pick them up, and like a lot of them from the U.S. though.
Yeah,
A
yeah.
lot of them from out of the U.S. I guess the population's so much larger down there. There's more volume
Bigger
down there.
choice, I
Yes,
suppose. Yeah.
and so and then the sport classics I love also, and I
I was
don't
going to
like
say, because that's quite a different genre,
right.
really.
The sport classics are beautiful, but not in a stock configuration.
Yeah,
I like them
yeah.
modified. Again, full exhaust, like the stock exhaust and stock setup on them are not that pleasing, but they are really highly customizable, and you can really dial them up the way you
Well,
want.
it's kind of, it was a cafe racer before cafe racers
Right,
became a thing,
exactly,
right?
exactly. And now the cafe races are a big thing, and these bikes are in really high demand. Where so back in the day when they came
Hmm.
out in '04, in '06, '05,
Well, they
or
weren't
they
popular.
weren't really
No,
moving,
they
and
weren't.
they weren't big sellers. And it's just now with the cafe racers, they really took off, especially the '06.
Oh gosh, yeah. I mean, it was one of those things. I mean, the cafe racer stuff, as you know as well as I
Right,
do, all came from the golden era of British bikes,
right.
right? 60s, late
So
50s through
so
to the end of the
I've
60s.
got the Paul Smart, the
Yeah.
'06 Paul Smart, and I've got the yellow '06 also, and then I got the Grand Touring.
Yeah,
The But
yeah.
that's not an '06. They only came in on the regular format, and it's a GT with all the touring
Okay.
accessories. I just wanted something to go upright and just go comfortable, right? So that one there is pretty much they're a little bit modified, but not highly modified, but they're still better than like the stock configuration. The only bike I sold in the last little while was my 1199R. It was a beautiful bike, but
Wasn't
it
ticking your
wasn't
box.
these.
Yeah, yeah.
It wasn't these. Like that was a gorgeous bike, but it wasn't as. These are the ones where I
So it's
really,
this analog stuff you really
yeah,
like, right?
I like the feel of them.
Yeah.
Mind you, the new bikes have a lot of those safety features and traction control and ABS, and people argue that they're really good pieces to have, and they've stepped up the whole safety portion of it all. But for me, I still like the analog. I still like a bike that sounds like these sound like that, like V twin,
Yeah, yeah.
and like the new ones are more refined. They're like they don't have that same
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Ducati.
I mean,
I think you know what I mean.
yeah. I mean, it's like the Harley Davidsons, in a sense. They're quite characterized by the noise that they
Right.
make.
Yes.
And I think one of the things I heard, which has always stuck with me, which I loved, right, was when someone says to you, what exactly is a Ducati, right? Because they're both V twins, of
Yeah,
course,
of
the
course.
Harley and
Yeah.
the Ducati.
Yep.
And I always like to say, a Ducati is a Harley Davidson that went to university,
Yeah,
right?
yes.
Which is
More
kind of,
refined,
yeah, absolutely.
absolutely. They have the
There's a lot
same
more to it.
they have the same kind of concept motor-wise, but you're
Yeah,
right. Like these are the performance oriented where like Harley Davidson's a chunk of metal, right?
yeah,
And everything's like every bolt on adds weight where these ones are more
it's all
less
about
weight
lightweight.
and but nonetheless they're all bikes are gorgeous, but like people say, well, why always Ducati? Like why don't you buy something else? And I go, I haven't bought every Ducati I want, so
Yeah,
I'm gonna
yeah.
keep buying Ducatis
Well, I mean,
until I'm
they
tired
are,
of buying like. There's so many more I'd like to have.
yeah.
So
I mean, and of your collection,
right,
right, right. The house has started to burn down. Which one
okay.
are you going to save?
Oh
Which
gosh,
one are you going to save?
I don't know. I really like the 748R. This one right behind me here. I really like that. I love the 749R also.
Yeah,
I love the smaller displacement like super bikes because they're more rare. Like everybody can get a big one, like a
yeah, yeah,
998, but the
yeah.
smallers are harder to come by. So I like the smaller displacement super bikes, but I also love what put Ducati on the map, that line 916.
Oh yeah,
Like
oh
that
yeah.
bike there is gorgeous. It's not so much a numbered bike, but it's so iconic. When that bike came out, that's what.
So you'd need a trailer then if you were running away
Yeah,
from it.
it would, yeah, right. I'd have to roll them out to the road as far into the road
Okay,
as possible.
okay,
If I can get a couple of them out, it'd probably be those three.
okay.
But actually, the Pulse, it's hard to say. Unfortunately, I can't even tell you.
So I mean, it's really, you've got them and you love them all. I mean,
Yeah,
that's kind of it.
exactly.